I think we have, because we're an interdisciplinary arts organization, there are a lot of different challenges because we deal with performances, we deal with gallery exhibits, we deal with visitor accessibility within the cafe gallery space. Because of what we are about, which is trying to catalyze understanding among people through arts, beyond any ADA regulation, there's the importance of making sure that everybody's experience of any program or any programmatic interaction is the same for everyone, that everybody has access to the same level of engagement and participation and enjoyment. We encourage multilingual performances. Then there's the question of how many different types of interpretations, both ASL and AD or audio description, we should be providing. Types of thinking and different types of, what do you call this, perspectives.
Well, the murals was to bring a little bit of the culture into the services that we provide. So for that we have not just designed the building the way it's designed, but also bringing a lot of color and atmosphere to the rooms. Like one of the seniors, when they moved into this building, they wanted windows, but the room had nowhere to put a window, so we put a mural and we brought a little town into their room, and all of a sudden they felt like they were home. So then we started like putting color everywhere, and paintings and murals, windows, like fake windows in the walls, and all the offices were a different color, just to fit the. The main thing is that most of our clients are completely monolingual, or 90% monolingual, so this is the one place where they can come and they don't need an interpreter. We go straight to the service.
The main benefit the library, I think, has is just the people that are available to help. Things that people notice about assistive technology in general is that it's really generally pretty expensive. Well, we have this other computer available with technology on it, and it can do a little bit of screen and taking a look at that and having show that to you. And so they called me down and I helped him out, and just after a few minutes he was able to kind of get the basics he needed to know.
Heading level 4, link local, link Wisconsin man drive, link smudges on state test, link.
What we've done for outreach and for our success on that is that we've increased the number of people who come into the lab, whether they speak English or Spanish, and the way that we've done that is basically word of mouth.
Buenos días.
Buenas.
Vengo a preguntarle si tienen clases de computación.
Sí. Tenemos clases de computación todos los días, de lunes a viernes.
From an accessibility and usability point of view, that makes it more accessible to those who need it the most.
Well, I think one thing is, just as things have changed in our world, today compared to even 5 years ago, most of the job applications, job postings, all of that sort of stuff is accessible only online. And so people need our services because most of the people we serve don't have computers. One thing that we talk about as a staff that's been kind of an ongoing struggle and thing we've been trying to sort it is how we serve people who are not native English speakers but who are seeking employment.
We wanted to have a holistic approach to everything that we were doing, and just giving the services was not enough. We needed to have a sense of community.
We're really open, we're really full, to really have them have access to not only the technology but to be able to use the computer and get what they need to done.
I think one thing we've done is we've looked for volunteers, and we have some staff who speak some of the languages of our participants.
From an accessibility and usability point of view, that makes it more accessible to those who need it the most.
You have to think about accessibility every time, that it should actually be hopefully the norm rather than the exception to the rule.